All right, here's a problem many, many fathers have. You let your body slip because you're a father. You let the chaos of fatherhood cause you to crumble and your disciplines go, your habits go, your body and health to go. It happens. It happened to me. It happens to many, many guys. I run a men's program called Men of Fire where we get ripped, disciplined, and consistent and we make our habits. So I know all about it. I get these messages all the time. I also have guys message me who want to make a massive change in their life, but they say, I can't because I'm a father and I have young kids. They say being a father is the reason I can't get in shape. Being a father is the reason I can't get disciplined. The chaos of fatherhood is the reason why I am where I am, and I can't allow these things to, I can't fix these things. So in this video, I'm going to show you why that's not true, show you how to fix it. I'm going to give you some mindset perspective shifts to change the way you think about this. I'm going to give you some real habits and strategies that we use, that you can use. So this is going to transform your mind and your habits of how to deal with the situation, because nothing is going to change unless you change your philosophy, like Jim Rohn says. Nothing's going to change about your life right now unless you change the way you think about your current situation. If you tell me there's nothing I can do because of blank, then you just built a cage around yourself. You told yourself there's nothing I can do because of this imaginary rule I just created. However, if you say, how can I blank? Well, then you just opened up the cage for yourself and you said, no, I can accomplish the thing if I figure out a way. So we're going to figure out a way for you to be disciplined, healthy, in shape, and have good habits while you're a father, because it can be crazy. First off, perspective. The chaos of fatherhood is constant. You cannot do anything about it. That is your situation right now. That's your reality. If you've got babies, toddlers, young kids, a ton of guys in my program all over the world, they're having babies right now. They've got little toddlers. It's crazy. They're waking up in the middle of the night. You cannot change your environment, but you can change your actions. How can we change our actions right now? Unless you wait another 5-10 years for your kids to be older before you start to get healthy, and by that time you're 40, 50 years old, past your prime, unless you do that, you got to make some changes right now. And you can't change your kids. You can't change a 1-year-old and stop them from waking up in the middle of the night. You can't stop them from being crazy and being inconvenient and causing chaos in your life. That's just the way they are. We have to allow them the grace to grow up messy and chaotically, just like we were. We have to change ourselves. We need to accept either life is going to be like this, or I need to change something about myself and change my life. So you cannot change your environment, but you can change your actions. So what actions can we change right now? Another perspective to help you think about this. Fatherhood is chaotic. Fatherhood is very challenging. Fatherhood is very hard. This can either be your reason. Having kids can be your reason to allow yourself to get complacent. It can be your reason to crumble and allow yourself to slip, which many fathers do. They say, because I'm a father, I can't. Because I'm a father, I've got a dad bod. Because I'm a father, I can't build my business. Because I'm a father, I can't. And they use fatherhood as a crutch to not go after their dreams and improve themselves. You can have that perspective. Or your perspective can be, because I'm a father, I must rise. Because I'm a father, I must become the best I can be. Because I'm a father, I must be in the best shape so I can have energy, not be tired, be present, be more patient, inspire my kids, give them a path to a healthy life. You could also have that perspective. Your perspective could also be, because I'm a father, I must build my business. I must go after my dreams so my son and daughter can see me going after my dreams. My son talks all the time about watching me quit my 9-to-5 teaching job and starting my business and becoming financially free, from being stricken with debt returning groceries at Aldi to being financially free and starting my own business. My son got to watch me quit my job and do that. He remembers me telling him years before I quit my job, I'm going to quit this job and start my business. He got to watch that. So he is a reason why I'm going after my dreams. So those are perspectives. That is a way to look at your situation right now. Now, how about the habits? What can we actually do? And I'm not going to give you 100. I'm going to give you a couple things to do right now, because one of the self-sabotaging perspectives that men have that stop them from making progress is starting 100 things at once when they've spent decades crafting this person that's full of bad habits and systems, when all we have to do is one by one slowly replace them. So I'm just going to give you 3 or 4 today. Start doing these things, and these are things we all do in my group. Number 1, super easy, super simple. Just go to bed earlier. Okay? And this can be harder than it sounds, right? It's simple. It's simple, but maybe not easy. Just go to bed a little bit earlier. This requires communication with your wife if you're married. With my wife, we used to do that too. Not just women, men like to do it too. We used to put the kids to bed and then just sit on the couch for a couple hours scrolling our phones and watching Netflix. That's the way we used to do it. Now we're in bed 9:15, 9:30 early because we've communicated. We've got a system now. We've got habits and routines. And the earlier we go to bed, the earlier we can wake up. Okay, so number 1, go to bed earlier, and it requires communication with your wife, which could be a whole nother video that I'll do sometime. Number 2, very similar, wake up earlier. If you go to bed at 9:30, you can wake up at 4:30 and get 7 hours of sleep. I think I did that math right. Yeah, or wake up at 5:30 and get a whole 8 hours of sleep if you're in bed by 9:30. And once you do that for a couple weeks, you've got this system in place where you're getting 7-8 hours of sleep every day, and then you're up hours before the rest of your family. Super important. Now, why is that important? Because you need to feel good about yourself. You need to have time to build yourself. You need to be confident. Whenever you have a couple hours at the beginning of the day dedicated to you, then your mindset changes, your confidence changes. You've got this downtime with not just people constantly asking you questions. We were at a party yesterday at my brother's house. 30 people there, just running around. Blah, blah, blah. I've got a huge family, 8 brothers and sisters. All of us live in this area, so there's craziness, food, music, kids. I went upstairs. My brother's laying on the couch by himself, just to take 10 minutes by himself to decompress. We need that. Guys, we need that. You need time to yourself to decompress, where you can focus on you so you can show up better for other people. I know that if I take time for myself and I focus on building me, I can show up more patient, more present, more energetic, happier for them, and more confident for them. So that's why we go to sleep early. We wake up early so we can have this time to be our best selves for them. We build our best selves so we can show up as our best selves. Number 3, time blocking. Time blocking is very simple, but it's kind of like eating your vegetables. It's not the most fun thing to do, but it has massive payoff. And that is the day before, you write down what you're going to do the next day. Super, super simple. There's no perfection to it. You're going to mess up. You're going to be flexible. You're going to move things around, but that's okay. You're just going to write down what you're going to do in 30-minute increments, maybe 1-hour increments, doesn't matter. You can copy and paste one day to the next. But when you wake up knowing what you're going to do, you can fit a lot more in. And then you look back on your week and you can say, oh, I didn't need to spend time here. I can move that from here to here. Not a big deal. You just adjust and you optimize. But if you're not tracking what you're doing through the day, then you will lose a lot of efficiency. You'll lose a lot of ground, and just give it a try. The other thing I do in addition to time blocking is I write down what I do during the day so I know what I'm accomplishing. So at the end of every single week, I've got 7 days of a record of what I've accomplished this day, this week. Monday through Sunday. I know every single day of the week I'm doing these things. This can be automated, delegated, eliminated, and I can focus on the major things in my life instead of the minor things. And the last one I'm going to tell you today is just to eat healthy and to start working out. Take care of your health and body. You are a machine that can be optimized. You are like a car. Do you want to be going through life in some junker, or do you want a Ferrari that's well-tuned, well-oiled? That's your body. Everything that you will do today and for the rest of your life happens from within your body. If you've got a body that's crumbling, that has no energy, that's tired all the time, every single thing you do for the rest of your life will be affected. However, if you've got energy, if you're present, patient because of how you're taking care of your body, if you're confident because you love the way you look and the way you feel, if you're inspiring your kids, every single thing you do is going to be different. This is your machine. This is your engine. If you're neglecting your engine, every single thing you do today and for the rest of your life will be affected. Start going to the gym again. Start cutting back on the alcohol, cutting back on the things that you know drag you down and steal your energy. Take care of your body. And we're going to end with another perspective, and that is whenever you try these things, you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. So what we say is pivot and rise. It's a really simple perspective shift that you can implement into every single area of your life where perfectionism is at risk of stealing your progress. So you want to wake up early, you don't, pivot, rise, and get over it. Don't let one domino affect the next one. So say that to yourself throughout the day, throughout your journey of self-improvement. Just pivot and rise. I was planning on going to the gym at 7 a.m. today. Kids started screaming, couldn't go. Pivot, rise. Pivot, rise. Move things around. It's okay. Don't allow perfectionism and not doing things 100% stop you from doing something at 70 or 80%, which is far better than doing things at 0%. So try your best, make mistakes, fail, but just pivot and rise and keep on going. Being a father is chaotic. It has tons of obstacles. You'll face a lot of resistance, but it's also the most important and amazing thing you are ever going to do. It's full of challenges, but isn't every single hard thing in life that has a massive upside, massive benefit, isn't it worth persevering through the challenges? And you can say to yourself, I'm going to wait to become the man I want to be until I'm done being a father. Or you can say, I must become the man I want to be right now because I'm a father. Decide to rise.